Over 10,000 years ago, the landscapes of North and South America were dominated by giants. Mammoths towered over the plains. Enormous bison roamed in herds, and massive camels and horses thundered across the Ice Age grasslands. Amidst these giants prowled one of the most fearsome predators to have ever lived, the saber-toothed tiger, known scientifically as Smilodon. Its long, curved fangs, muscular build, and fearsome reputation have captured the human imagination for centuries. But in this frozen world, a new and unexpected competitor arrived: humans. Smilodon was no ordinary feline. Unlike modern lions or tigers, it was built for power and precision, not speed. Its canines, some stretching over 7 inches, were capable of slicing through the thick hide and muscle of megafauna. Its forelimbs were incredibly strong, adapted to pin down prey while delivering a killing bite to the throat or neck. This cat's hunting style was precise and calculated. It ambushed rather than chased, relying on stealth and the element of surprise. Unlike cheetahs that rely on explosive speed or lions that hunt cooperatively in open savannas, Smilodon was a master of close-quarter attacks, stalking through forests, woodlands, and grasslands, striking when its massive prey was most vulnerable. For tens of thousands of years, Smilodon ruled as an apex predator. Its prey included giant bison, camels, horses, and even juvenile mammoths. Fossil evidence suggests that Smilodon may have lived in small social groups, possibly cooperating in hunts or caring for injured members, a rare behavior among big cats, but one that might have helped them survive in a harsh Ice Age environment. However, despite their strength, power, and fearsome appearance, these cats were highly specialized. Their hunting methods and diet made them vulnerable to changes in their environment. Around 15,000 to 13,000 years ago, humans began migrating into the Americas from Asia via the Bering land bridge. These early people, later known as the Clovis culture, were highly skilled hunters, armed with spears, atlatls, and eventually bows. They hunted in groups, coordinating attacks in ways Smilodon could not anticipate. Importantly, humans were hunting the same animals that Smilodon depended upon: mammoths, bison, camels, and horses. This created direct competition for resources. Unlike smaller or more adaptable predators, Smilodon relied almost entirely on these large herbivores. The arrival of humans dramatically reduced the available prey, putting indirect pressure on Smilodon populations. Humans did not need to kill Smilodons directly to threaten their survival. By efficiently hunting large herds of megafauna, humans starved the apex predators, making hunting increasingly difficult for them. Imagine a world where your food source is disappearing rapidly. This is exactly the scenario Smilodon faced. At the same time, climate change was reshaping the continents. The Ice Age was ending. Glaciers retreated, forests and grasslands shifted, and many of the giant herbivores began to decline due to a combination of changing vegetation and human predation. This combination of factors created a perfect storm for extinction. Smilodon, despite its size, strength, and incredible killing ability, was unable to adapt quickly enough to survive. Fossil evidence from tar pits, particularly the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles, reveals both the majesty and the vulnerability of these animals. Injuries and healed wounds on many skeletons suggest that some individuals survived severe trauma, possibly with help from others, yet the population as a whole could not withstand the dual pressures of environmental change and human competition. It is likely that Smilodon went extinct around 10,000 years ago, along with many other Ice Age megafauna. Mammoths, mastodons, horses, camels, and giant ground sloths disappeared. Some scientists argue that human hunting played the decisive role in this mass extinction, while others emphasize the importance of climate change. The truth is almost certainly a combination. Humans were the final push in an ecosystem already strained by warming temperatures and shrinking habitats. Smilodon's extinction tells a cautionary tale about the fragility of even the most formidable predators. Apex predators are not invincible. They rely on ecosystems that can be disrupted, and when their prey disappears, survival becomes impossible. Humans, for all their ingenuity, were not just hunters. They were agents of ecological change, altering the balance of life in ways that these powerful cats could not counter. Interestingly, Smilodon may have survived longer in some regions than others, depending on prey availability and human density. But eventually, their specialized hunting style became their undoing. The massive canines that once gave them a lethal advantage in ambushes were no match for a world in which their prey had vanished and humans controlled the land. Even today, the saber-toothed tiger captivates our imagination. Its image has been immortalized in art, literature, and film as a symbol of prehistoric power and danger. Yet behind the fangs and muscles lies a story of vulnerability, a reminder that survival depends not just on strength, but on adaptability and the ability to respond to changing environments. In the end, humans and Smilodons briefly shared a world, a frozen wilderness of giants, predators, and prey. The encounter was not a direct battle in the sense of man versus beast. Instead, it was a subtle, prolonged confrontation over resources, survival, and the shifting balance of ecosystems. Humans, with their intelligence and cooperation, survived and thrived. Smilodon, with all its might and ferocity, did not. The story of humans versus Smilodons is more than a tale of predator and prey. It is a story of evolution, adaptation, and the consequences of ecological disruption. It reminds us that even the strongest and most fearsome creatures are not immune to the forces of change. The saber-toothed tiger, extinct for thousands of years, continues to teach us about the delicate balance of life, the power of human ingenuity, and the fragility of the natural world.